Imagine a world where the sky is a battlefield. It's not just about planes flying around, it's about control. Whoever controls the sky has a massive advantage in any conflict on the ground. They can see everything. They can strike anywhere. They can stop their opponents from doing the same. This concept is called air superiority. It is one of the most important goals for any modern military. It means your planes can fly freely, while the enemies cannot. It's like having the high ground in a castle siege. The castle is the size of an entire country, and the high ground is 10 miles up. The ability to own this space is what separates victory from defeat. For decades, nations have poured billions into creating the ultimate machine. The race for air superiority is a technological marathon. Each new aircraft tries to be faster, stealthier, smarter. It's a game of cat and mouse played at the speed of sound. If your fighter is seen first, you are at a disadvantage. If an opponent locks a missile onto you before you know they're there, the fight is over. Controlling the skies isn't about numbers, it's about capability. Enter the F-22 Raptor. The story of the F-22 Raptor begins back in the 1980s during the final years of the Cold War. At the time, the United States Air Force was flying the excellent F-15 Eagle, a jet that had dominated the skies for over a decade. But military planners are always looking ahead, worried about what the next threat will be. They saw that the Soviet Union was developing new advanced fighters of its own. Su-27, MiG-29, these were formidable aircraft, highly maneuverable and armed with powerful new missiles. The fear was that the F-15's long-held superiority might soon be challenged, and in air combat, coming in second place is not an option. So the Advanced Tactical Fighter program was born. The goal was simple but incredibly ambitious. Create a new fighter jet that would be so far ahead of anything else in the world that it could guarantee American air dominance for decades to come. The requirements were staggering: stealth technology, supercruise. It needed to be more agile and carry more advanced weapons than any fighter before it. Two teams of companies competed to build this futuristic jet. One team, led by Lockheed, built the YF-22 prototype. The other team, led by Northrop, built the YF-23. Both were incredible machines that pushed the boundaries of what was thought possible in aviation, with sleek angular designs meant to deflect radar waves. After years of intense testing and fly-offs, the Air Force had to make a choice. In 1991, the Lockheed YF-22 was declared the winner, seen as being slightly more maneuverable. With the winner chosen, the long and expensive process of turning the YF-22 prototype into a combat-ready fighter began. This was the birth of the F-22 Raptor we know today. Even though the Cold War had ended, development continued, creating a fighter that would redefine the rules of air-to-air combat for a new century. When people talk about the F-22 Raptor, the first thing they usually mention is its stealth. But what does stealth actually mean? It's not a magic invisibility cloak like in Harry Potter. Instead, it's a collection of clever design choices that make the aircraft incredibly difficult for radar to detect. Radar works by sending out radio waves and listening for the echoes that bounce back. A normal airplane is like a big, lumpy mirror for these waves, reflecting them straight back to the radar antenna. The F-22, however, is designed to be a terrible mirror. It's all about managing its radar cross-section, or RCS. The shape of the Raptor is the first layer of its stealth. Very few curved surfaces, many flat planes angled precisely. Those angles scatter incoming radar waves away from the source like a faceted diamond scattering light. The edges of the wings, the tail fins, the engine intakes. That alignment sends only small, controlled reflections, sometimes as tiny as a marble on a radar screen. But the shape is only part of it. The aircraft is covered in radar-absorbent material, or RAM, not just paint, a high-tech coating that soaks up radar energy and converts it to heat. The canopy has a thin gold layer to deflect radar away from the pilot and cockpit. Engines are buried deep inside the fuselage to hide reflective turbine blades. Weapons are carried inside internal bays, not on external pylons. Bay doors snap open for a second, the missile is launched. And the doors close again, minimizing the time the aircraft is exposed. All these details combine to create a fighter that can fly deep into enemy territory and get dangerously close to its targets without ever appearing on their radar screens. While stealth allows the F-22 to avoid a fight, its incredible performance ensures it can win one. Two key features give the Raptor its legendary agility and speed: supercruise and thrust vectoring. Let's start with supercruise. Most fighter jets can fly faster than the speed of sound, but they can only do it for a few minutes at a time by using an afterburner, which dumps raw fuel into the hot exhaust. It's great for a short burst, but it burns through fuel quickly. It's like sprinting a marathon. The F-22 Raptor is different. It can fly at supersonic speeds, over 1.5 times the speed of sound, Mach 1.5, without using afterburners. This ability, called Super Cruise, is a game-changer. It means the Raptor can arrive faster, cover a much larger area, give an enemy pilot less time to react, all without burning fuel like crazy. The F-22 and Super Cruise will get there long before a conventional jet. The other part of the Raptor's performance magic is two-dimensional thrust vectoring nozzles. On a normal jet, the exhaust points straight back. On the F-22, the rectangular nozzles can move up and down by 20 degrees. This allows the pilot to direct thrust not just for forward motion, but for control. By vectoring thrust, the pilot can force the plane to pitch up or pitch down with incredible speed, performing maneuvers impossible for fixed nozzle aircraft, especially at low speeds and high angles of attack. This combination enables the Raptor dance. It can point its nose at an opponent even while moving in another direction. That means it can aim and fire weapons from angles no other fighter can, making this ability to outturn and outmaneuver an opponent decisive. An invisible and agile fighter is pretty much useless, without the ability to fight. The F-22 Raptor's weapon systems are just as advanced as the rest of the aircraft, designed to allow the pilot to find, track, and eliminate targets long before the enemy knows a threat exists. The central philosophy is first look, first shot, first kill. The pilot's primary tool is the APG-77 radar. This is not your average radar. It's an active electronically scanned array, kind of like having hundreds of tiny individual radars. It can scan for enemy aircraft, track multiple targets, and guide missiles all at the same time. Its most important feature is low probability of intercept mode, sending very weak targeted beams. The F-22 can be actively tracking a target, but the target systems will show the sky is clear. To maintain stealth, the F-22 carries weapons inside 3 internal bays. The main bay can carry 6 AIM-120 AMRAAM missiles. These are beyond visual range missiles. The F-22 can launch these from dozens of miles away. The pilot can fire multiple missiles at multiple targets and turn away, letting the missiles guide themselves. The side bays each carry 1 AIM-9 Sidewinder missile, a heat-seeking missile for closer-range dogfights. For ground attack, the main bay can carry 2 1,000-pound smart bombs, giving the Raptor solid strike capability. The way a pilot uses these systems is really a symphony of technology. The F-22's sensors, radar, electronic warfare systems, and data links all feed into the central computer. Information is fused together and displayed on clear, easy-to-read screens. The system identifies targets, prioritizes them by threat level, and suggests the best course of action. The pilot acts as a decision-maker, a human in the loop of a highly automated system. They can select a target, open the bay, fire a missile, and close the bay in just a few seconds, all while remaining invisible the whole time. To truly understand how special the F-22 Raptor is, it's helpful to see how it stacks up against other top fighter jets. The Raptor is a 5th-generation fighter, all-aspect stealth, super cruise, extreme agility, highly integrated avionics. For a long time, the F-22 was the only 5th-generation fighter in service anywhere in the world. The most common comparison is with its American cousin, the F-35 Lightning II. While both are stealth fighters, they were designed for very different jobs. The F-22 is an air superiority fighter, a purebred dogfighter built to dominate the sky. The F-35 is more of a multi-role workhorse with advanced sensors and networking capabilities. In a hypothetical fight, most analysts believe the F-22's superior speed and agility would give it the edge. Looking abroad, Russia's main contender is the Sukhoi Su-57. The Su-57 is impressive, known for incredible maneuverability and heavy weapons load. However, many Western experts question its stealth effectiveness due to more radar-reflecting features. While certainly dangerous, it's generally considered less stealthy, meaning an F-22 would likely detect it first. China's entry is the Chengdu J-20 Mighty Dragon. The J-20 is a large twin-engine fighter clearly intended to be a direct competitor to the F-22. It's designed primarily as a long-range interceptor, meant to threaten enemy tanker and surveillance aircraft. While its stealth and avionics are believed very good, there are questions about its engines and supercruise capability. In any matchup, the F-22's proven performance and maturity give it a significant advantage. Now, other countries have developed their own 5th-generation fighters, but the Raptor still holds a special place as the undisputed master of air-to-air combat. For many years, the F-22 Raptor's incredible capabilities were mostly theoretical, proven only in training exercises. That all changed in 2014, when the F-22 made its combat debut in the skies over Syria. The airspace there was one of the most complex and dangerous in the world, crowded with aircraft from multiple nations. Russian planes, Syrian planes, all operating in close proximity. The F-22's primary role wasn't just dropping bombs, it was to act as an invisible protector. F-16S, A-10S, B-1 bombers, the Raptor flew high above them, building a complete picture of the airspace. Its pilots could see everything: friendly planes, commercial airliners, potentially hostile aircraft. This allowed strike aircraft to focus on their missions, confident that a Raptor was watching their back. In one incident, 2 Russian Su-25 attack jets crossed an agreed-upon deconfliction line. An F-22 was dispatched to intercept them. The Raptor pilot flew close to the Russian jets, but they couldn't see it on their older radar systems. The American pilot tried to contact the Russians on emergency channel but received no response. To make its presence known, the F-22 pilot flew directly in front and deployed flares. The Russian pilots were completely shocked. Suddenly, a fighter they had no idea was there appeared right in front of them. It was a clear demonstration of dominance. The Raptor had been flying alongside them, completely undetected. It could have shot them down with ease, but instead chose to de-escalate the situation. This incident, and others like it, proved that the F-22 was not just a weapon of war, but also a powerful tool for managing complex geopolitical situations without firing a shot. On February 4, 2023, the F-22 Raptor added a very unusual entry to its combat record. For several days, the world had been watching a large, high-altitude Chinese surveillance balloon drift across the continental United States. It flew over sensitive military sites, causing a major diplomatic incident. The challenge for the military was how to bring it down safely. The balloon was flying at over 60,000 feet, higher than most aircraft can operate. This was a job for the F-22, one of the few aircraft that excels in such thin air. The mission was codenamed Frank, in honor of a World War I ace pilot. A single F-22 from the 1st Fighter Wing at Langley Air Force Base was given the task. The pilot, callsign Frank 01, climbed to 58,000 feet, positioning the fighter just below and to the side of the massive balloon. The target was unusual, slow-moving, unpowered, very large, very fragile. You couldn't just spray it with cannon fire. The decision was made to use a single AIM-9X Sidewinder missile. This was the first ever air-to-air kill for an F-22 Raptor, and the highest altitude air-to-air kill in history. The pilot fired the missile, which shot upwards towards the balloon. The warhead detonated near the balloon's envelope, puncturing it and causing it to deflate. The entire event was captured by civilians on the ground. While shooting down a balloon might not sound as dramatic as a dogfight, the mission perfectly highlighted the F-22's unique capabilities and proved it could handle any threat in the sky, no matter how unusual. The F-22 Raptor is more than just hardware. It's a fundamental change in how air warfare is conducted. Its existence has created a new standard for what it means to control the sky. Before the Raptor, air combat was often a duel between equals. The F-22 changed that by introducing information superiority. This has forced every other air force in the world to rethink their strategies and technology. The impact is seen not just in its own performance, but in how it makes every other friendly aircraft better. The Raptor becomes a forward sensor and silent commander, coordinating battle without the enemy knowing it's there. Production stopped in 2011 after only 187 operational aircraft, driven by high cost and shifting focus. This small fleet means these priceless assets are protected and deployed with extreme care. However, the technology hasn't gone away. It has formed the foundation for next-generation air power. The 10 minutes that prove the F-22 is unstoppable are the countless training sorties where a single Raptor defeats 8 opponents without detection. They are the 10 minutes of tense standoff over Syria where conflict is avoided because of its invisible presence. The F-22 Raptor is the ghost in the machine of modern warfare, an aircraft so dominant that its greatest power lies in winning a fight before it even begins. It remains even today the undisputed king of the skies.